Hi everyone, in this video we are going to integrate two software applications. The first is Asana, which is basically an project management application. The next is Google Calendar, which is an online calendar. Now let me tell you one thing. While working with Asana, it was quite difficult for me to every time keep a check record on what are the new dates updated, what are the new due dates, deadlines and everything related to that. That is why I want to mark my new task to my Google Calendar so that I don't have to check my Asana application again and again. For that, we have two ways available. The first one is the manual one, in which we have to manually copy all the data from our Asana application and then paste it to our Google Calendar. Or the second option is automation. So obviously, I'm going to go with the second option and I'm going to automate it so that whenever there's a new task created in our Asana account, a new event will be automatically created in our Google Calendar. But there's an issue, and the issue here is both this application, that is Asana and Google Calendar, do not have any sort of integration between them, and that is why we are going to use automation software Pabbly Connect. Now, with the help of Pabbly Connect, we can transfer the Asana application data to our Google Calendar. And the best part here is we do not require any knowledge of coding. So let me show you this on my screen.
Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is search for pabbly.com in our browser. I'm going to type pabbly.com and search for it. Basically, this is the website of pabbly.com. Now click to this option products and select connect. After that, click to this option, that is sign in. So basically, this is the screen that is appearing in front of us. Why? Because I have already signed into my Pabbly Connect account. You can also create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here I would like to mention one more thing, that Pabbly Connect offers the plan where this integration can be tried out totally free. So you just have to clone the template of this workflow, which is available in the description box. Once you clone the template, you will get immediate access to this workflow in your account. Moving forward, click to this option access now, add connect. And after that, what you will see is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Move to this option, create workflow. And basically you have to name your workflow here. And I'm going to name it as Asana to Google Calendar. And click on create. So basically, this is the trigger window that is appearing in front of us and we have to choose the application here. And since firstly we want to integrate Asana to Pabbly Connect, that's why we are going to select the option, basically the application, that is Asana. Now here you can see the trigger event. You must be thinking, what is this trigger window, trigger event and everything? So let me tell you. Basically what happens is automation runs on two simple concepts, that is triggers and action. Now triggers is basically when this happens and action is basically do this. Now connecting it with our use case today is whenever there's a new task added to our Asana account, we want to add a new event to our Google Calendar. Now moving back, here we have to select the trigger event. I'm going to select new task in the project, connect with Asana. Again, connect with Asana. And you can see our authorization is successful. Okay, moving forward. Now you can see the set of blanks in front of us. First is project. Now you must be thinking, what is this product launch? So let me tell you. Click on this track down option. You can see there are 4 other names mentioned here. Why? Because these are the project names which is already added in my Asana account. Let me show you. These are 4 project names. That's why it is reflecting here. Because at this moment, we have been connected with Asana. Now, how about creating a new project and seeing it here? Moving to Asana account, adding a new project, giving a name. So, my project name will be Dress Design. I'm going to create it. Now, moving to Pabbly Connect, let us check if the task name called project design has been updated or not. But first click on refresh, click at this option, see. As you can see, the new task or the new project name that we actually created right now is reflecting here. I'm going to select it. Next you can see is webhook URL. Now generally What happens is whenever we select our trigger event and when we connect with Pabbly Connect, we copy the webhook URL and paste it in the triggering event. Triggering software basically. But in this case, all you have to do is just click on save and send the test request. So when we click on save and send the test request, we will be integrated with this particular application as well as with this particular project. Moving forward, you can see the API response has been generated and some data has been captured by Pabbly Connect. Let us see the data. So the data was the time created, basically the project time created, the name of the project, we have basically created a project, and much more than that. Now click on this option, capture webhook response, and how about adding new task details to our Asana new project. Now we have to give a name to our tasks, so I'm going to name it as dress design for boys. So this is basically my task name. I'm going to fill in more details. So assignee name, I'm going to assign it to Gary. My due date for now is 22nd of March. Okay, description, I'm going to add the description here, and the description for me is search and select the best dress designs for boys. Moving forward to our Pabbly Connect account. So we have basically completed all the activity at our triggering event. We are going to click at this plus button over here and add a new action event. We are going to choose the application as Asana. Action event for us right now will be get a task. Click on connect with Asana. Again click on connect with Asana, and you can see the authorization is successful. Now we have to fill in the details and actually map our task ID. So let us check what is our task ID. So basically our task ID will be in digits, that is this. How about copying it and mapping it after pasting the copied content. So this is basically your task ID. Your task ID will be seen with this event one resource GID. So sorry, again I'm going to search it and select it. Next click on save and send the test request. Now as you can see, the data has been generated, and the data related to the description details, as you can see, search and select, this is the description we added. Dress design project. So basically everything that we entered in a new task has been captured by our Pabbly Connect account. Now what I'm going to do is add one more action event prior to Asana get a task event. And the action event that I'm going to add is delay. Now you must be thinking, why am I adding this new action event called delay? So let me tell you. So what basically is the concept, along with the task name, actually I want to send all the task details like the task description, due dates, etc. to my Google Calendar. But the problem is, as soon as I enter the task name by my trigger, so here I can show you as well. So basically what now you must be thinking, why am I adding this new action event called delay? So let me tell you. Actually what happens is, along with the task name, I want to send all the task details like the description, the due dates, etc. to my Google Calendar. But the problem is, as soon as I enter the task name, my trigger gets executed because Asana has this auto save functionality. And when my tasks basically get executed, my Google Calendar action step also get executed and get started at the same time. So now what I want is, I want this automation to be delayed for at least 1 minute while I enter the rest of the details. And that is why I'm going to use this function that is called delay. So for that, we have to select the details. The choose application is delay. We want to delay it for a minute, particular minute, and that is 1 minute. So at delay value here, I'm going to type 1 minute, and I'm going to save and send the test request. Moving forward. Now here we are going to add one more action event, and in choose application we are going to select Google Calendar because we have already integrated our Asana application to Pabbly Connect account. Now we are going to integrate our Google Calendar to our Pabbly Connect account. So now we have to select our action event. Our action event will be create an event. Click on connect with Google Calendar. Again click on Google Calendar and connect it. Select the ID in which you want to view your Google Calendar. This is my ID. I'm going to allow it. So my authorization is successful. Now you can see the set of blanks that is appearing in front of us. Now let me specify it. So here you can see calendar, and you can also see something is written over here that is called holidays in India. Why? Because these are some of the calendars which is being present in my Google Calendar account. Let me show you. These are my calendars, holidays in India. That's why it is showing here. So at this step, what you have to do is select the particular calendar that you want. So I'm going to select this calendar. You can select your calendar according to your preference. Now we have to fill in the details called title. So what is a title? A title is this. That is the task name. How about copying it, moving to Pabbly Connect account, mapping it, actually pasting and searching it. So this is our title. I'm going to select it. Now do you remember the description details? This is basically the details we entered in our task. So this is the description details. Again I'm going to copy it, move to Pabbly Connect, map the description after searching it for. So this is basically our description. I'm going to select it. Now you have to fill in the location details. Example, the location is New York, so you are going to fill the location details according to your location. Moving forward, we have to select the start date time over here. That is basically when we actually have created our task. So that is our start date time. So we created our task. Let us search for it. Created our task at this moment. This is our start date time details. We are going to select it. Moving forward. Now we have to map the end date time details. So this is basically your due date. Let us select the due date. Okay. So let me first select this due date. And how about reading this thing? So here we can see is we have to enter our event end date time value in this format. Why? Because Google Calendar basically accepts all the details of date and time in this format only. And as you can see, I have the end time date details in this format, which is not acceptable by Google Calendar. And that is why what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another action event that is called date and time formatter. Prior this Google Calendar create an event action. Click on this plus button. Choose the application date and time formatter. Move to your action event. Select this option format date with time. Connect with date time formatter. Now here you can see the set of blanks. Now we have to fill in the details here. So now we have to fill in the details as the date. So date is basically the date created. No, basically this is the date that we have to enter, which we actually want to convert it. So you remember the date we have to convert, that is the due date. So obviously we can search it. So we are going to select this option. Next is the time zone. So my time zone is Asia/Kolkata. It is available here. You can select your own time zone after clicking onto this option. That is the drag down option like this. Now we have to select the format here, that is to format. Now let me tell you one thing. Basically Google Calendar accept format which is this, that is years, year, month, date to hours, minutes and second. This is the format that Google Calendar will understand. So let us select this. Now we have to select two time zone, that is again same for me. So I'm going to enter Asia/Kolkata. I'm going to select it. Again, you have to select your own time zone after clicking onto this option. Click on save and send the test request. As you can see, the API response has been generated. Now moving to our Google Calendar create an event action. And how about now mapping the end date time? So click on this option, move to the bottom, and you can see the date time formatter and our new due date. So we can select this. This is our end date time. Now we have to map the time zone. Again, I'm going to enter Asia/Kolkata. You can enter your time zone details. Now we have to select the visibility. I'm going to keep it as public only. Now we have to fill in the guest details. Now who are the guests that we want to invite? So firstly, let's read it. You can enter multiple guests with curly brackets as shown here. So this is basically the format to enter the guest details. So I'm simply going to copy it, paste it, and replace the example ID to the guest ID I want to select. So that is basically mary.g@gmail.com. Okay, so if we want to add multiple guests, then this is the format. As you can see, okay, I skipped the bracket, no issue, I'm going to paste it. So to add multiple guests, we have to actually use comma in between. So I'm going to use comma, and again, simply I'm going to copy this fully this time, paste it, and replace the example email address to the guest email address, and my new guest email address is john.h@gmail.com. Okay, so I have entered the guest list detail. Now moving forward, we have this event reoccurrence rule. So for that, let me first tell you what I am going to apply. I'm going to simply copy this reoccurrence rule and paste it here. Why? Because this reoccurrence rule is fine for me, that every day just remind me one time about the event or the new task. Okay, but in case you want multiple times to get notified about the new task, then you can change this event reoccurrence rule from here. Click on this tool. Now select the event reoccurrence rule that you want, the repeated time and time details, and after that what you will see is the R rule will be here. So the R rule will be generated here. You have to just copy it, move back to your Pabbly Connect account and paste it here. As I said, this is the fine rule for me, so I simply copied it and pasted it here. Now the next step is save and send the test request. Now as you can see, the API response has been generated and all the details has been fetched up by Google Calendar. For example, the time we have created the task, the description we entered, let us check, the email address, the time zone that we entered, the reoccurrence rule, visibility, and everything related to that. Now this next step that we are going to do is check if a Google Calendar is updated with the new task details or not. Moving forward to a Google Calendar account. Yes, as you can see, I have entered and created the task at 13th and my due date was 22nd. So from 13th to 21st, Google Calendar will notify me about this event. Also, let us check the task details. So the guest name is fine, the description is fine for me, and the time is also fine for me. Moving back to our Pabbly Connect account, closing all the windows so that I can explain you this integration process in a very short time. So what basically we did is, first we integrated our Asana account to Pabbly Connect account, and then we integrated Pabbly Connect to Google Calendar. Now, whatever the details that we are going to add in our new task details and the due dates and everything, it will be reflected to our Google Calendar, because at this stage, Asana account is integrated to Google Calendar. Now, how about checking it? Let's create a new task. Moving to my task and the project, I'm going to add the new task, name it as dress design for girls this time. Add more details to it. I'm going to assign it to Gary. How about adding the due date as 29th, adding the description as select and search the best dress designs for girls. Okay, so as we know that we have actually activated or so actually now we are going to check if Google Calendar is updated or not. If you remember, we actually added the action event called delay. That is why we are going to check it after 1 minute if all the details have been captured by Google Calendar or not. So after 1 minute, I'm going to check it. As you can see, the details has been captured by Google Calendar, and let us recheck it. The details were this, yes. Okay, so my end date was 29th. So I can see till 28th, Google Calendar will now going to notify me about this task. So move to Pabbly Connect account. So basically, this means we have integrated and okay, so now what we are going to do is check if our Google Calendar has captured all the data that we have entered right now or not. Moving to our Google Calendar. Okay, so as you can see, the data has been captured by Google Calendar. I entered and created the new task at 13th and applied the end date as 29th. So till 28th, Google Calendar will notify me about this task. How about checking the details? Okay, guest, email address, the date, time and everything. Okay, so everything has been updated now. Moving to our Pabbly Connect account. So this basically means our integration is working absolutely fine, and this also means whenever we are going to add a new task in our Asana application, a new event will be automatically created in our Google Calendar.
Not just these two applications, but we can integrate n number of applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, then you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com, or you can also visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. Thank you.